Oh boy, here we go. We have come to some electrifying matchups. So, you know what? You know how we have to start this up. What is up, everybody? And welcome back. Welcome back to another edition of Meet on the 50. You know what it is? It is our divisional round picks edition where we are going to be picking the divisional round games. We got we got 4 games ahead of us that will determine who moves on to the championship game. And man, oh man, do we have the matchups for you. So without further ado, let's start the show. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to our divisional round Meet on the 50 Picks edition, where we are going to be going over the games that we have ahead of us in the divisional round. And man, oh man, do we have some great matchups, some exciting matchups, a divisional matchup even to get into. And I cannot wait. But joining me, as always, to break down this action, one of my best friends, Brandon Sullivan. Brandon, how you doing?
Good. I wish it was divisional week. I wish it was that tomorrow. I wish that we're getting ready to jump into those games. I can't wait. We got some really good matchups this week, particularly on Sunday. So super, super stoked.
Yeah, I can't wait. I am fired up. It is going to be epic. Before we get into it, do us a favor and check out our review episode right there, right where we reviewed all the action that happened in Super Wildcard Weekend. That way you can set yourself up for all the action that's going to happen in Divisional Round Weekend. And of course, we track our records too. So do us a favor and check out that episode. But we will quickly go over it here. So let's put up the records on how we did last week. For yourself, 3-3, 1-0 on your guaranteed victory, with Buffalo just pulling out by the skin of their teeth. For myself, 4-2, 1-0 on the guaranteed victory, because Buffalo, that's right, we had a double guaranteed victory. Buffalo pulling it out by the skin of their teeth to get us our guaranteed victory. So let's wipe those off the screen, because we're done with that. We got some action to get into, so let's get into it. Starting us off on Saturday, our Saturday lead off divisional game. And I'll be honest with you, this is how you lead off the divisional round right here. We got the Trevor Lawrence-led Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to Missouri, to Kansas City, to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. What do you got for me?
Well, I got a guaranteed victory for you.
Ooh.
I just don't think any way in heck that, they go in there, but they did shock the world last week coming down 27-0. But I don't think so. I don't think going into Kansas City, I think that would be just too easy for all of us. So I'm rolling with Kansas City here. I do think, Jacksonville may make it interesting, but Kansas City will run away with it in the second half. I'm taking Kansas City 35-21.
Ooh, okay. I like it. So you think the Cinderella story ends in Arrowhead? Ooh, man. Oh, man. We're doing it. We are doing it, because there is nothing more that I want to happen than this. Not even my team winning, but I would just love to see this happen. So we are rolling with Trevor Lawrence, baby. The kid Patrick Mahomes seems to have a problem with second-year QBs, a.k.a. Joey B. Treviel just might be his other kryptonite. We're going to find out, and I cannot wait. I got the Jacksonville Jaguars going into Arrowhead. Riley Patterson, the new Shooter McPherson, and just shocking the world, Jacksonville gets the job done 31-28 on a walk-off field goal. You heard it here first. The Jaguars upset the Kansas City Chiefs. Come on, Trevi. Just give me something, man. Give me something. Give us what we all want. Give us what we all want, baby. Moving on to our prime time night game. We got a divisional round, a divisional game. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. We have a divisional game for the third time. We will see the New York G-Men, the New York Football Giants, traveling to the city of brotherly love to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Can they shock the world twice?
Yeah, I got to roll with a well-rested Philly team here. Okay. I do think the New York Giants were that was a really good win against Minnesota. And I would not be surprised at all if the New York Giants. This was actually a toss-up for me. I'm just going with Philly because they're at home and they sure do have home field advantage. Like that crowd comes out, and so I just think it would be then again too easy. I just think it would be too easy because then, either Dallas or San Francisco would have home field, and I just can't see Philly losing to New York. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Philly here in a close one. I think Philly wins this one 28-24. Okay. I think it could go either way. I'm kind of 50-50, to be honest. Kind of a flip of a coin for me. I'm just going to roll with the home team. I think both teams have, weapons, and A.J. Brown, and then you got a really strong weapon in Saquon Barkley. I think both quarterbacks are pretty comparable, to be honest. Yeah. I think that, Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback, but he hasn't done anything to really prove himself yet. I mean, they had a pretty soft schedule. This will be a big game for him to win. Same thing with Daniel Jones. I mean, he just proved himself. I mean, he won a big playoff game on the road. I mean, I haven't seen Jalen Hurts do that. So I think they're pretty similar as far as what they can bring to their team. They both have the ability to run and make plays on their feet and on the ground, but they can also make big plays. I mean, the game should have been over. Darius Slayton shouldn't have dropped the ball last week. So it should have ended right there. So Daniel Jones made some good plays, and Jalen Hurts does too. Very close matchup. Got to roll with Philly on this one. Not confident in the pick, but I do think they'll get it done 28-24.
Yeah, this is going to be a toss-up of a game, right? I mean, this should go back and forth the entire way. And I didn't do it in the review episode, so I have to do it in this episode. And I will, if I take the L, I'll take the L. But I have to shout out my dad. We have to roll. We have to roll. We're rolling with upsets. We're rolling with upset Saturday. We're rolling. Just shock us, man. Just turn it upside down. Let's turn these playoffs upside down. Let's just see something that we've never seen before. We've seen Philly. We've seen Philly recently. We've seen Kansas City recently. Why not Jacksonville? And why
not New York? Yeah.
Not the New York Football Giants? So the G-Men shock the world again. 27-24. I got the Cinderellas. It's not midnight yet. I got the Cinderellas getting the job done on Saturday, upsetting the 2-1 seeds, knocking them out of the playoffs. Let's turn these playoffs upside down. So Jacksonville, New York, let's do it, baby. New York Football Giants get the job done 27-24, handling business on the road in that hostile environment. Moving on to Sunday Thursday afternoon, and we got a rematch of the game that I know everybody cannot wait to see. We got these Cincinnati Bengals traveling to Orchard Park, traveling to Buffalo to finally take on the Buffalo Bills. What do you got for me?
This is such a big matchup that I think everybody wanted to see that Monday night, but tragically what happened to DeMar, glad he's in good spirits now, and he's out of the hospital, and just you love to see that. And just an amazing story there. So we got the game that we wanted, though. I mean, we didn't get to see it, but now we do, and I just think it's going to be such a good game, and I'm just very excited. I mean, you get to see Josh Allen versus Joe Burrow in the playoffs. I mean, what more could you ask for? Diggs versus Chase. There's so many different storylines. Both have really good defenses. Both have just really good, weapons on the offensive side of the ball. I'm super stoked. Very happy. With this outcome. I'm glad that both teams were able to pull off a victory. So gotta roll with your guys, man. I gotta roll with the Bengals. I think they pick up where they left off. They had a real strong start to that game, and I think that same result's gonna happen. I think that I think it's a very close game. For sure, I think it's gonna be a close game. But at the end of the day, I gotta roll with your guys here. I do think the Bengals win this one 38-31. I think it's a high-scoring game. I think that both quarterbacks are going back and forth. But at the end of the day, I think your Bengals go punch a ticket to a rematch.
Ooh,
last year's AFC Championship game. Super excited. I do think that that's what the outcome is going to be. And I'm just interested in what you think is going to happen.
Yeah, this game is going to be electrifying. It's going to be intense. There's going to be a lot of emotions surrounding this game. Just with the heightened level of them meeting in the divisional round, with the Damar Hamlin situation, with them not finishing the Monday night game, with them affecting the records, with Buffalo losing the 1 seed. So there's a lot of things that basically happened from that game on Monday night. Or not, that basically didn't happen on Monday night. So it's a rematch that we all want to see. There's not a chance in hell that I do not think that my Bengals are going to storm up there and just handle business. But I think it's going to be a very, very close game. And the determining factor, very simple. And I've been talking about it all year. Josh Allen's turnovers. It's going to come back and bite him in the butt. The Bengals defense doesn't play around when it comes to turnovers, like we saw. They do not play around when it comes to turnovers. So you turn over the ball to the Bengals, they're going to make you pay. So Josh Allen with these careless turnovers, that is going to be, mark my words, that will be the difference maker. That will be the X factor in this game. If Josh Allen doesn't make any stupid careless turnovers, the Buffalo Bills are going to be a very tough out. But I think the Cincinnati Bengals go in there. That defense disrupts Josh Allen, forces some dumb turnovers, and I think Joey B, just like you said, picks up right where he left off and gives us a staple playoff performance in his young career, because we need one. We have yet to have one. Joey B, deliver us a huge victory. But I know we all expect a rematch, Bengals, Kansas City, right? Or Buffalo, Kansas City, whatever you think. But we all want to see Joey B versus Treviel. We all want to see it. A rematch of the national championship game. We all want to see it, right? So Cincinnati Bengals get the job done, 28-24 on the road in Orchard Park, a hostile environment. Cincinnati moving on to the championship game. And our final game on Sunday night, our prime time game. We got the Dallas Cowboys traveling to California, to rainy California, to Santa Clara, to Levi's Stadium to take on the San Francisco 49ers. What do you got for me?
Yeah, it's gonna be a really good game. Both teams are kind of clicking, or I would say Dallas is a little bit inconsistent.
Yep.
But they both clicked during that week. And, if they can keep that motor going, then it's going to give the 49ers some challenges there. So, but I will say this. I do think the 49ers have a much better defense than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at this point in time. I think that the pass rush is better. I think the linebacking core is a little bit better. Secondary, not so sure. Maybe some better safeties. But just to be able to get to Dak Prescott, I don't think he's going to have as much time. I think that he may not get sacked very much, but I don't think he's going to have as much time for receivers to leak out and get open the way they did against Tampa Bay. So I expect it to be a thriller. I expect it to be a good game. I do think that, Dallas is going to give us everything they have. I'm not extremely confident about this game. It's a rematch of last year, and that one came down to a controversial ending kind of with the spike and, the ref running into Dak, and we know that story. But I think they're going to remember that. I think they're going to use that as fuel. But I think the 49ers having home field advantage is exactly what they need. So I am going to roll with my guys. There's no way I could pick against them. I got to stay with them. But I think it's going to be a really tough one for them against just a big time rivalry over the past few decades against the Dallas Cowboys. So expect a shootout, but expect the 49ers to continue rolling. I think the 49ers win this one by a field goal, 30-27.
Yeah, the Niners, hottest team in football right now. Dallas, very inconsistent, but when Dallas gets everything going, they are a tough team to beat. But I stand by what I've said all along, that the San Francisco 49ers are definitely the best team in the NFC and easily one of the best teams in the NFL. So there's one thing I have yet to do, and I think it's just the perfect thing to do with this game. So let's get it done. We got a guaranteed victory, son. San Francisco 49ers dominate the Dallas Cowboys 38-21, absolutely manhandling the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Clark in the catch, turn the tide forever. BCB about to go in there and show what a real quarterback looks like. And Dak Prescott is just going to have to hold BCBs, So, Niners, not a doubt in my mind. Not a doubt in my mind is this game in any sort of trouble. But it may be early, but the San Francisco 49er defense is much better than the Tampa Bay defense, and it is much better than the Dallas Cowboy offense. So San Francisco 49ers handle business 38-21 at home, advancing to the NFC Championship, where obviously probably going to be the Eagles. But give me the New York Football Giants. Let me see a rematch of the classic. We won't go there. I'm not going to upset you. And that will do it for this edition of Meat on the 50. We won't rehash old bad memories.
We get it, but we got Ray McLeod now, okay? We don't have Kyle Williams.
You got Ray McLeod.
Kenny Williams' son, we get it. Born in San Jose. He fumbled 62 times. We understand. It happened. But could Alex Smith have done it? I mean, he was like 1 of 14 on third down. So Alex Smith, love the guy. Sucks for what he went through. Yep. Not that good of a quarterback. Not sure we would have beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. So when I think of it that way, it's like,
okay,
whatever. Okay. Did it really cost us a Super Bowl? We'll never know. But at the same time, it's not like I'm very confident that we would have won the Super Bowl, or we would have won that game for that matter.
Well, let's get the rematch back, and let's let BCB get your revenge for you. So, I mean, that's all we could ask for, right?
I'd love to see that.
Yeah. Niners advancing, Bengals advancing. Hopefully not the Eagles, but probably the Eagles. Chiefs, probably the Chiefs. Hopefully not the Chiefs. Come on, Jags. Come on, Giants. Deliver us some good news for our review episode, because that is going to do it for this edition of Meat on the 50 for our divisional round edition. And as always, we want to thank you for taking the time for listening to our thoughts, breakdowns, picks, analysis, all that good stuff. Whether you're a new viewer or returning viewer, we hope we have done enough to keep you coming back for more. And as always, it leads me into my final question. Brandon, any last words for the people?
It's crazy. 1 week closer. It just every week. It's just like, it just seems like it's inevitable. It just seems
inching
inevitable,
closer.
man.
Yeah.
And like I said, I would love nothing more than both of our teams to get to the NFL championship, the Super Bowl together, to play each other in Glendale, Arizona. Big Cock Rock versus
Joey B, dude. Joey Cool.
Joe Cool.
Yeah.
For a rematch, but this time you guys got the Joe Cool on your team.
Yeah.
I just think it would be just fantastic. I just think that, hey, both of our teams played each other in the NBA championship.
Yeah.
One of us left happy.
It's destined.
I think the same year.
It's destiny.
Same year or the next year.
Yeah.
I think that we got to see our teams play each other so one of us can be happy.
I like it. Yeah, I'm excited. I know you're excited. I know you at home are excited for these games. Tune in because we got some great matchups. I mean, these I see these 4 games and I see some great matchups all across the board. So I hope all these games are competitive. I hope all these games come down to the wire, kind of like they did last year with all these games. So that's all we can hope for, man. But that's going to do it for this edition of Meat on the 50, our division round. We will see you next week for our review episode where we are talking about what happened in these games. And I hope it is just the results that we all want. Not Chiefs fans, not Philadelphia's fans. So I guess that leaves you where our loyalty lies. All right. We don't want to see it. We've seen it enough. We want to see something new. Show us something new.
Too.
Yeah, show us something new.
We just don't like the Cowboys.
Yeah, exactly. Dallas too, right? We just get them out of here, okay? Just get them out of here. All right. We will see you guys next week. All right. That's enough jibber jabber. All right. That will do it for this edition of Meat on the 50. That is one of my best friends, Brandon Sullivan. I am Jacob Cub, the fantasy guy. And until next week, Brandon and Jake, we're out.